Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is currently way past my bedtime on this chaotic Tuesday night, but I literally cannot sleep. I just finished watching the latest episode of General Hospital, and my brain is absolutely buzzing. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's just dive right into this absolute madness. Because I need to vent, and I know you guys are the only ones who will truly understand the emotional roller coaster I am currently strapped to. I cannot believe they actually did that. I am sitting here staring at my television screen, my jaw completely unhinged and resting on the floor. Two lines. Two pink lines. I am screaming! I am actually physically screaming into a pillow right now so I don't wake up my neighbors. I mean, we all saw the writing on the wall. We all knew that the tension between Willow and Chase was building up to some kind of disastrous explosion. But to actually pull the trigger on a pregnancy storyline right now, in the middle of all this other chaos, the writers are absolutely unhinged, and I am both terrified and entirely here for it. Okay, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's back up and break down exactly how we got to this catastrophic, marriage-destroying moment. Because the sheer stupidity of these characters needs to be studied in a lab. So, Willow and Chase. We need to talk about that night. The moment of weakness. I am sorry, but how many times are we going to watch Harrison Chase fall for the damsel in distress routine? I love Chase, I really do. I've been watching him since he first showed up in Port Charles, with his Boy Scout attitude and his ridiculously perfect hair, but the man is so incredibly gullible when it comes to Willow Kane. He has this massive, blinding savior complex, and Willow knows exactly how to trigger it. Let's look at the context. Willow has been absolutely spiraling lately. She faked being pushed into the lake by Tracy Quartermaine, which, by the way, was a completely deranged move that led to Chase actually arresting his own grandmother-in-law. Chase's career is literally hanging by a thread because of this woman. His job is on the line, ADA Justine Turner is breathing down his neck, and instead of taking a step back, what does Chase do? He goes over to comfort Willow because she's crying about the pressure Tracy is putting on her. And then it happens. The tears, the soft voices, the lingering looks, and boom, they sleep together. I was yelling at my screen, "Chase, go home to your wife." But no, he just couldn't resist. And Willow? Don't even get me started on Willow. She leans into him, fully knowing the destruction she is causing. They have this passionate, forbidden night, and immediately after, they are both drowning in regret. The morning after awkwardness was palpable. You could practically cut the guilt with a knife. They both agreed it was a mistake, a one-time slip-up, a moment of weakness that they would take to their graves. Yeah, right. This is General Hospital. Secrets don't go to the grave. They gestate for 9 months and then blow up at a public event. Which brings us to the bathroom scene. My heart was pounding out of my chest. The fluorescent lighting, Willow shaking hands, the ticking of the clock in the background. She's looking at this little plastic stick like it's a venomous snake. And then, the two lines appear. She is pregnant. Willow Kane is pregnant with Harrison Chase's baby. I literally had to pause the episode and walk around my living room for 5 minutes just to process the sheer magnitude of this ticking time bomb. Just look at the current state of Willow's life. It is a complete and utter disaster zone. First and foremost, we have to acknowledge the glaring reality. Willow is legally married to Drew Kane. Yes, that Drew, the same one who recently took a header straight into the Metro court pool because his paralytic wore off and he lost his balance. Thank goodness Gio Palmieri was on hand as a summer lifeguard to fish him out, because Drew couldn't even move to save himself. And wait, it gets even more twisted. We have to talk about Michael Corinthos. I know some people are confused by Michael's role in all of this, but let's look at the facts. Willow and Michael have been divorced for a long time. That ship has sailed. Michael is currently dating Jacinda, and yet, for some absolutely psychotic reason, Michael has been actively scheming behind the scenes to push Willow and Chase into an affair. Like, Michael, what is your actual damage? You are with Jacinda. You are divorced from Willow. Move on. But no, Michael is a Corinthos, and he loves to play God. He wants to ruin Brooklyn and Chase's marriage, and he's been threatening to expose Brooklyn's hit-and-run secret to do it. So Michael has basically been setting the stage for this exact disaster, and now Willow has handed him the ultimate weapon, a pregnancy. If Michael finds out about this baby, he is going to use it to nuke Brooklyn's life from orbit. Speaking of Brooklyn, oh my god, my heart actually breaks for Brooklyn Quartermaine right now. I know she's not innocent. I know she is currently plotting with Lucy Coe to frame Willow for Jordan Ashford's hit-and-run crash. Brooklyn is terrified of going to jail, so she's trying to pin her own crime on Willow. It's a terrible, desperate thing to do. But Brooklyn is doing all of this while trying to hold her marriage together and finalize the adoption of baby Phoebe. Chase is running around teasing Brooklyn about good news regarding Phoebe's adoption, giving her this false sense of security, while he literally just planted a baby in his ex-girlfriend. The irony is just too much to handle. Brooklyn is trying to adopt a child to build a family with Chase, and Chase just accidentally created a biological family with the exact woman Brooklyn is trying to frame and destroy. When Brooklyn finds out about this, and she will find out, because this is soap opera law, the fallout is going to be apocalyptic. She is going to lose her mind. Her marriage is going to instantly vaporize. And that brings me to Willow's current agonizing dilemma. The panic attack she had in that bathroom was so real. She is completely paralyzed by fear. Does she tell Chase the truth? Or does she continue to lie and maintain this fragile fake peace? I mean, she is seriously considering an abortion. And honestly, I don't blame her for thinking about it. Am I the only one who kind of understands her logic here? If she keeps this baby, she is tying herself to Harrison Chase for the rest of her natural life. This child will be a permanent, breathing tether between them. It will destroy Chase's marriage to Brooklyn. It will enrage her current husband, Drew. It will give Michael the ultimate ammunition. But at the same time, we know Willow. We know her history. This is the woman who lost her original baby and then poured all of her maternal love into Wiley. Willow is fiercely protective of children. The idea of her actually going through with an abortion feels so out of character for the sweet maternal Willow we used to know, but maybe that's the point. Maybe this is showing just how far she has fallen, just how desperate she is to escape the consequences of her own actions. She is so terrified of the explosion this baby will cause that she is willing to consider the unthinkable just to make the problem go away. But let's be real, she's not going to do it. She's going to keep the baby, and she is going to try to hide the paternity. Because that is the General Hospital way. Remember when Nell hid the truth about Wiley? Remember all the times Carly has lied about paternity to protect her own interests? Willow is going to look at that positive test, and she is going to convince herself that she can pass this baby off as Drew's. Even though Drew was literally paralyzed and locked in at Turning Woods for months. The math is not going to math, Willow. People are going to ask questions. And what happens when Alexis Davis starts doing the math? Alexis already confronted Willow straight to her face, telling her she knows Willow is guilty of shooting Drew and manipulating the situation. Alexis is sharp as a tack. If Willow suddenly turns up pregnant, Alexis is going to take one look at the timeline and know instantly that the baby cannot possibly be Drew's. Wait, okay, back to Chase for a second. Let's really think about how Chase is going to react when the truth inevitably comes out. Because Chase is a good guy at his core, he wants to be a father more than anything in the world. If he finds out that Willow was pregnant with his child and considered hiding it from him, or worse, considered terminating it without telling him, it will shatter him. He will be furious, but he will also instantly drop everything to protect that child. He will leave Brooklyn in the dust. And as much as I am frustrated with Chase right now, a part of me really wants to see him be a dad. But not like this. Not built on the ashes of Brooklyn's heart and a web of lies and deceit. I've been watching this show for years, and I have to say, this is simultaneously the most frustrating and the most brilliant corner they have written these characters into. It is a masterclass in messy, soapy drama. Every single character involved has a secret that could destroy the others. Brooklyn's hit-and-run secret. Willow's cheating secret. Michael's manipulative, scheming secret. It is a giant house of cards, just waiting for a strong breeze, and this pregnancy is a Category 5 hurricane. I know some people are loving this. I see the forums, I see the Chillo shippers celebrating that their favorite couple might be getting back together. And look, I get it. They have chemistry. But personally, I am exhausted by Willow's constant victim complex. She creates these massive disasters and then cries about how hard her life is. She faked being pushed into a lake to get Tracy arrested. She slept with a married man. And now she's standing in a bathroom, holding a pregnancy test, acting like the universe is just inexplicably cruel to her. No, Willow! These are the consequences of your own actions. You made your bed, you slept in it with Chase, and now you have to deal with the 2 pink lines. I am predicting right now, here on this channel, that Willow is going to try to fake a paternity test. She is going to try to rope someone into helping her. Maybe she'll even go to Jack Brennan, since she just discovered he isn't paralyzed and struck a new deal with him. Brennan has resources. Maybe she'll ask him to doctor the medical records in exchange for whatever dirt she's digging up on Drew. It would be a Desperate, insane move, but she is a desperate, insane woman right now. And imagine the confrontation when Brooke Lynn finds out. We all know Brooke Lynn has a fiery temper. When she realizes that while she was busy trying to frame Willow to save herself, Willow was busy getting knocked up by her husband, the slap heard around the world is coming, folks. Brooke Lynn is going to unleash a level of Quartermain fury that we haven't seen since the glory days of Tracy and Monica fighting over the mansion. I can't. I am so emotionally invested in this absolute train wreck. I am dreading the pain that is coming for Brooke Lynn. I am furious at Chase for being so weak. I am baffled by Michael's weird obsession with ruining his ex-wife's life, and I am just sitting here waiting for the bomb to drop. What do you guys think? Am I overreacting? Is there any way Willow can actually get out of this without destroying half of Port Charles? Let me know down in the comments, because I am going to be awake for hours reading your theories. I need to know I'm not the only one losing my mind over this. I am gonna go make some tea and try to calm my racing heart. Until next time, GH fans, stay strong, because this summer is going to be an absolute bloodbath of drama.